Hey there, Synth Today we're going to be talking about the synthesizer I will never sell. Hi, I'm Pure Ambient Drone, and this is my channel where I talk about synthesizers. If you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button, tap that bell to keep up with all of my synth adventures. And you can dig deeper at patreon.com/Pure Ambient Drone. Also check me out on Facebook, Synth Drones, and all of those links will be in the description of this video along with a comment. Big opening, but it's got to be said, just to remind everybody. So, the synthesizer that I will never sell. I bet you guys can't wait till I say what it is. Okay, the suspense is over. The Roland JD-Xi. I'll never sell that synthesizer, and I'll tell you why. Because if all else fails, I will have a unit, that being the JD-Xi, that will have drums, it will have an analog synth, and it will have two digital synthesizers along with it. Not to mention a sequencer and an audio interface and a vocoder. I mean, this little box really is awesome. And Roland, I think, outdid themselves. If they could have just built on it and made the JD-Xi like into a super JD-Xi, that would have been so cool. And in many ways, it is. I mean, you got pretty much everything that you have in the JD-Xi, but I find the JD-Xi a little friendlier to work with. I like being able to go back and forth like a groove box, turning on and turning off the different voices on the fly. It's not as technical to program the JD-Xi. It's very intuitive. You put it in front of yourself and you start to mess around with it, and before you know it, you've got a complete groove. And I think the only limitation of the JD-Xi is perhaps the sequencer, okay, 4 bars long. It could be longer, but I addressed this in another video concerning the length of sequencers and how many bars you can have. Sometimes it can get a little complicated when you have too many of them. But let's be honest, if you don't have enough, then it can become daunting and it can become limiting. And I'd rather have it a little more complicated than limiting. Because what would really be neat is if you could just have a complete groove box inside the JD-Xi and be able to do longer sequences. I think it would be really cool to have maybe, 16 bars worth. I don't know, maybe that's asking for too much. But I think that would be pretty cool to have at least that many. But, most people can get along with just 8 bars. You know what I'm saying? I thought maybe 16 would allow the composer to add a little bit of flair in the middle of the piece and then at the end of the track. I don't know, just some thoughts there. But, it's now Saturday morning, so it's really technically Friday night, Saturday morning. It's after midnight. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. I didn't want to keep you guys up too late away from all of your festivities, if you will. So I thought I would just make a short video and share with you the one synthesizer that I would never ever part with. And I think it's fitting that I bring this video into light because yesterday I was talking about selling gear and when it's time to let go of it. And, there's just some synthesizers that I own that I don't want to let go of. And I would call the JD-Xi probably my desert island synthesizer for many reasons. And I would not call it my desert island synthesizer for many reasons as well. But I think that even though there are limitations and every synth has them, the JD-Xi is a great bargain, and I think it's fantastically priced. Roland usually comes out with some high-priced items, and the JD-Xi, I think it could have went for a little more money, and people still would have bought into it. Maybe, I don't know. But what are your thoughts? What is the synthesizer that you would never want to sell, that you just could never part with? I mean, if it came down to it and you had to pick one synthesizer, and this had to do everything, okay? It had to, it had to replace a lot of gear inside your studio. Which one would it be? For me, it's a JD-Xi, but I want to hear your comments or see your comments. That'd be cool if I could hear them. I guess you could have the computer play them back for you. But yeah, leave a comment, subscribe to this channel, and meet me over at patreon.com where I'm doing a series right now called Why You're Not Making Any Money with Your Music. So until next time, keep calm and synth on.